We got one of our little bantams here. This is what we do to inspect them. So we're inspecting first overall their condition, take a look at their behavior, how they look. We take a look at their eyes, make sure that their eyes are looking good and healthy. There's no mucus around the nose, that's very important. Take a look at the feet. Make sure the feet are in good, healthy condition. Gotta make sure that there's no, there's no poop in there, that they're not, like, poop isn't clumped up in there. Their feet aren't hurt. They look healthy. Here on this one, we don't know. I suspect this one's gonna be a girl because the other chicks her age have a whole lot more of a comb already. But we'll have to end up seeing it. Let's take a look at her wings. Spread her wings out. See her feather development. Very beautiful. Let's take a look at under the wing. We inspect under the wing. Oh, watch out. No, this way. This way. Here we go. So we inspect under the wing to make sure that there's no mites or any animals or anything like that, and that they look nice and healthy. That's some healthy wing development. Let's take a look under the other wing. So looking nice and healthy as well too. Good wing development. Let's get a weight of this little bantam. Let's weigh her out. Wait, hold on. Sorry. All right, let's weigh her out. So there she is. Hold on. Yeah. So we got about 100 and... Oh, don't pet her. 165 grams. Okay, that's it. Thank you, little bantam. Here we have Snoop. Let's give Snoop a nice little all-around inspection. Snoop is looking very nice. Here's one of our roosters. Beautiful color development for Snoop. Let's take a look at his wings. And let's see that feather development for him. There we go. Very nice. Let's look under. Looking very good. Okay. Let's take a look at the other wing. No, I don't see well from there. Not showing his wing. There we go. Right from there. Okay, let's take a look at his legs. He's a little fidgety, healthy looking feet development. All right, good job, Snoop. Let's see what you're looking like on the scale in comparison to your other siblings. Let's lay him down softly there. And 154 grams. Good job, Snoop. Okay. All right, Snoop. All right. All right, we got Dre. Our frizzled Sarama. Let's take a look at Dre. As you can see, beautiful development within her colors. She's always has great temperament, very easy to handle. Let's take a look at her wingspan. Under her wings, looking very healthy, very good. The other wing. Looking very good as well too. Looking very healthy, very clean. Let's get a look at her legs. All right, hold on. There we go, good legs, nice and clean, healthy. Let's take a look at her weight. Let's go. All right, so we have 126. Okay. All right. Accidents do happen, right? We have 126 grams Okay, you okay? So we got another one. This one we believe is one of our girls as well. She's got black and some silver development is gonna come, like a little platinum color is gonna come into her eventually. Very beautiful, plump. She's of all of our bantams, all of the black ones, the black feathered ones were the larger ones because they came from a larger mommy. So very beautiful, very beautiful. All right, let's take a look under their wings. I can't see anything from there. Okay, very nice. Thank you. Let's take a look at the other wing. And we got one of our roosters, an obvious rooster, coming in with some black feather and some silver plumage coming in around his neck. Very pretty. He's kind of camera shy, but very beautiful little bird. Taking a look at his little legs right here, very clean, great feet development, looking real nice, little guy. Zoom in, there you go. All right, let's take a look under his wings. Very nice, it looks good. Let's take a look under the other wing. It's okay, we gotta check you out. All right, you look good. Let's get your weight. It's like being at the doctor, like a pediatrician. Hold on, he's a little jumpy. Hold on. 165. Good job, little guy. Here we have another little rooster. We call him Blancucci, just because he's mostly white colored. Very beautiful. He has some splashes of his mom's colors, which are the gray and a little bit of black. Very beautiful, beautiful male bird. Hi there. All right, let's take a look at his wings. Let's take a look under those wings, see how we're doing. It's all right, we're just inspecting. Looking very good. Let's take a look at the other one. He looks great. Great pose, great posture. Great temperament. Very nice. Good job, little guy. Wonderful. Let's get a weight on you. See what we're looking at for you. And we have 147 grams. Good job, little guy. Looks to be another little rooster. Looking good, looking good. Also one of the gray, white and grays. Very nice little development. Let's take a look at his legs. See, he's got rooster, thick rooster legs. He's gonna be short-legged, which is good. I don't want him to be long-legged. My goal is to ultimately get a very small, tiny bantam with short legs. And let's look under the wings. Take a look at that wing development and make sure that under the wings it's healthy, no creatures, no nothing. There we go. All right, looking good. Let's take a look at the other one. See, he's got new feathers coming in under those wings. All right, let's take a look under here. That's where I don't see. There we go. Here is what we want to see. Making sure it's good. Yep, looking good. Okay. All right, let's get a weight on you. See. All right, let's go. And the official weight for this rooster is 160 grams. We have a fidgety rooster. Another one of our roosters here. Very good looking little guy. Look at that color development for him. Very nice. A little fidgety, but still good temperament. Let's take a look under his wings. Make sure We're looking nice and good and healthy under there. It's all right. Just looking very briefly. All right, looking good. Good job. Just making sure that there's no bugs under the wings. That little skin area here under the wing, that little pink skin area is part of their actual body. That's their wing. It's looking good. Everything is nice, clean, no bugs. Good job, little guys. Take a look at your legs. Clean legs. This one here doesn't have as thick yellow legs like some of the other roos. Very nice little guy. All right, good job. Let's get a weight on you. See what we're looking at. All right, let's go. All right, official weight for this little rooster coming in at 157 grams. Good job. Here we have what we believe one of our females. Another very beautiful little hen or boy. You never know. You can get some late surprises with these guys. You never know who's a chicken or a hen. Really, until about the second month maybe, or something like that. Some of them obviously will show signs before then, but still. All right, so very beautiful little hen. Let's take a look under her wings. All right, looking good, looking good. Okay, other wing. Now remember, you guys out there keeping your chickens at home, your little backyard chickens, you got just, it's not that complicated, just a couple steps to follow. Good. All right, let's take a look at the legs, the feet. Very good again. Not that complicated, just inspect under the wings, the feet. Another area that we didn't inspect because we've inspected it earlier within the week is their little butt feathers. So turn them around, turn her around and lift up. So you got this little area here, which is where they poop out of. And you got to make sure that area is always clean, that there isn't any poop clumped up blocking here, because then that causes a lot of issues. And this is a nice little healthy bird. Okay. So how do you keep that area clean? Obviously, you keep it clean with good nutrition. It gets all clumped up and pooped up back there if they have like a lot of diarrhea and their poop isn't coming out good. And that just generally means that they could have an upset, little upset digestion, or check the nutrients, check their food. Especially as chicks, their food has a lot to do with their health. It's directly connected to it. All right, let's get a weight on this little one. See what we're looking at for you. Okay, go ahead. All right, what are we looking at? A weight for you, 130 grams. Good job, little girl. Here we have the tiniest of them all. This is Pulguita. And Pulguita basically means, little flea. Pulguita's the tiniest one. Pulguita, we've gone through some ups and downs with Pulguita. Still not sure if it's a rooster or a girl. Pulguita could end up being a rooster, a late bloomer. Right from the very beginning, he was always the smallest egg, the last to hatch. He's been the little one. His little siblings take good care of him. They don't pick on him. But as of most recent, what we've been dealing with him is that he does have coccidia. So he does have an issue with his digestion tract. He was pooping out blood, unfortunately. But we've since intervened. We got him medicine. Got him the right medicine. I'll go into later on like treatment in future videos of these little guys. But already 24 hours into drinking the treated water for him and the rest of the flock, and there's no more blood in the poop, and the poop is already looking majorly improved, way more solid and stuff instead of all liquidy like it was before. So it looks like Pulguita is probably gonna make a great turnaround and will grow up to be a healthy, mature Bantam chicken. Let's take a look at under Pulguita's wings. All right, Pulguita, you're the smallest one, but let's see how you're looking. Looking very healthy under those wings. No bugs, no creatures, good stuff. Okay. Looking good, looking good. All right, let's look at those feet. Look at that. Very calm little chicken. Not even fidgety. Not even fidgety. Pretty good. All right, let's get a weight for our smallest of the bantams within this flock, Pulguita. All right, Pulguita, what are we coming at? Look at that, not even 100 grams, 95 grams. Good job, Pulguita. All right, so what we're doing here is we're getting a measurement of the cage because we're going to be using some corrugated plastic, or however you say it, which is basically this board right here, and take the measurements of them, and we're basically going to be making cutouts that are just like this, so you can see. And the idea with this cutout is, check this out. You see how when you have them in the cage and they're doing their little scratching and pecking and picking and foraging, they're basically knocking everything down onto the ground. You don't want that, especially for those of you that intend to keep your bantam chickens at home and indoors. Then this, you're gonna need this trick right here. You're gonna come to swear by it. So what you see what ends up being done is that after you get the piece and you cut it into the right square, then that's it. When you close the cage like so, they can do all their foraging, and this little piece right here kind of blocks things out from being kicked out and onto the ground. So you see, just basically creates a barrier for them. It makes it easier ultimately so that their bedding doesn't get kicked out, guys, because look, the bedding costs money. And yes, at some point you have to change it. I change it every week, but you'll want the bedding to stay in there because the bedding is what also helps you maintain temperature. It helps you control moisture, and it also keeps a comfortable environment for your chickens. So you have to be a really big active participant in the lives of your chickens, of your animals, so that you can, you know, make those changes to make their lives better. So here we have my sister applying those measurements that she got from the side of the cage, and she's just getting her markings now, and then eventually we'll end up cutting it with the knife like so. Be careful. Be careful. A lot of you guys that are keeping your chickens that are minors, I hope you guys are doing it with adult supervision with the help of your parents, because some of these things, most of the arts of keeping your chickens is pretty harmless. But as far as when you're, you know, making improvements and stuff like that to their runs, their cages, their coops, just be careful. Make sure you're safe. Wear gloves if you need to wear gloves. Cover your face when you need to cover your face. Clean your hands. Hygiene is important, not just for your chickens, but for you guys as the keepers. So yeah, good stuff. Show you guys some progress as we go along. Yeah, guys, so after it's all said and done, this is basically what you're looking at. And this will make it so that all of your bedding and food will stay in until it's time to clean it out. And then this is really easy to remove, as you can see. Just push it back into place. And that's it. Close your cage. And your enclosure is set up. Nice. Alright guys, so we got the pieces already made here. We got the short pieces cut out. I showed you guys before, we have a bigger cage than this. You guys know we have a bigger cage. So these pieces that we have cut out here are for the bigger cage. And you guys will see it as we set up. Right now we're basically setting up for this right here. We have to lay a new tarp because the previous blue one, if you guys are following us on our Instagram, Rancho Lil Pio, follow us on IG, you'll have noticed that we used to have a blue tarp. I'll show you guys right now. Hold on, I'm gonna help a little bit with the exposure. Whoa, the exposure is crazy. Hold on. It's not perfect, but maybe if I come out from here, No, you don't see it. You don't see it. The exposure is terrible on this thing. Sorry about that. But either way, you'll see it when we set it up inside their coop. But right now we have to focus on setting up this tarp so that it can give shade and protection to our chickens. You guys will see it pretty soon. All right, everybody. We just finished putting in the tarp. There's a crazy amount of light in here. Crazy amount of light. Let me see if I... change the exposure a little bit. Yeah, this is as good as it gets. There we go. That's better. All right, look at these little guys over here. So this water they're drinking from is treated. So it's got about 1 teaspoon of the medicine needed to treat coccidia, which is the digestive disorder little situation that Pulguita has. Pulguita's right there. I'm getting closer. Here's Pulguita. He's getting so much better. He's getting so much better. He unfortunately was pooping blood yesterday, but today the stool is majorly different. Small traces of blood, but mostly almost back to a healthy color. It's still liquidy, so it's still gonna, I still gotta monitor him. The whole flock has to be monitored because the way chickens work out is once one chicken gets something, you may be at risk, or the other ones may be at risk to catch whatever it is as well too. So you have to be very observant with these little creatures. They're tiny. It's not that they're delicate. They're not that delicate. But, every creature has its quirk, and these little guys are no different. So I'm not sure if you can see. I'm gonna try to show you guys the tarp that we put here. So before we had a blue tarp. It's like one of those like weather tarps for like paint and stuff like that, but it was terrible because when it started to rain over here in our rainy season, it started weighing down and it basically like ripped into like this whole thing started weighing down here, and it just kind of like created a hole here. So we had to take this out. It left our little guys exposed to the elements out here because we do have a huge forest back here that has like a bunch of hawks and vultures always kind of flying around here and stuff, so you got to be careful for that. So initially we put in this chicken fencing right here on the top, and then we just finished layering on this all-weather mesh tarp that has about 60 to 70% shading, so the sunlight still comes in. These guys can still get their sun, but it still has some shading so that it's not as hot for them as well. Super important. Most important really is the protection. With these little guys, you have to get a couple of things in order. So dieting, nutrition is very important to get in order. Hygiene, very important to get in order. So with your nutrition, make sure they're getting the right growth nutrition, because their biggest growth they're going to be putting in right when they hatch from the eggs, all the way up until maybe like 6 months or something like that. So that's 6 times 4, that's about 24 weeks, right? And so that's for nutrition. After that, you basically switch over to a different type of nutrition, because they're either going to be roosters, so they need to get good nutrition for good feather and color development, good protein, or they're going to end up being hens, and that means that they need good nutrition for laying. They need their calcium for healthy eggs and a healthy digestive system. Hygiene, very important. We clean once a week their entire coop. We empty it out, clean it, Lysol it down, and then new bedding gets applied, new alfalfa hay gets applied as well too. Their floor out here in the run, this is a cement flooring, but this gets pressure cleaned on the daily, so they're getting always a clean floor every single day. So other than nutrition, other than hygiene, the last major thing is safety. You got to make sure that their home is set up in such a way that it's going to be mostly, if not entirely, predator proof. So you don't want any predators coming in to get them. I mentioned that we had hawks and vultures out here. Some cats as well too. Very few cats over here. I've only seen maybe one cat. But cats are not good for these chicks. Cats are not good for these chicks at all, because they'll get the baby chicks. Hey, he's a runner. He's a runner. He's a track star. Oh, we have Dre right over here hanging out. We got Pugita over here. Pugita. He's a little camera shy. How about you guys? And they're off. Nope. He's off. They're all going inside. Alright guys, we just finished a deep cleaning, the weekly cleaning that we do on the chicken coop. We did move a couple of things around just to kind of make it more, I guess, workable for us. We added the barriers, as you can see, the corrugated plastic barriers, those little white barriers that are in the cages. They're there now, so as these little guys are basically scratching and foraging and doing all their things, now they won't kick out all of the material that we leave inside for them, their bedding and all that stuff. Super excited to show you more updates coming up. And you guys are gonna get to see these little ones grow up. We still have to show you guys, probably on another video, we'll weigh out the big ones, the mature, the adult bantams, just so you can see the difference between these little ones. Snoop was like, what? Sit still. What's wrong with you?